What up, those sports fans? Welcome to another episode of AwwDacity Sports. It's your boy J2DaR, and we are back with another hot episode. And of course, you know I'm not back here by myself. I'm here with your guys' favorite co-host. Say what's up to the folks, Miss NikkiC.
What up, y'all?
We back to give you guys these hot 10 topics, but before we start, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell to make sure you get all of the videos every time we upload them. And then while you're doing that, make sure you hit down there and give me some of them hype points. I need them too. Keep us in the algorithm. Hype us up. We like to be hype. We definitely hype over here. This is what we do. All right, Miss NikkiC, what you got for us?
NBA draft is over and a bunch of things happen.
Okay.
AJ Dubster goes number 1 to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Boozer goes to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
What team made a shocking move over the last 2 days?
Ooh.
Man, it's been so much drama.
It's been so much going on. I think the shocking move, well, I won't call it a shocker. I'm going to call it a move that was expected. Dallas doing what they did, but I know that's a later topic. I think the Memphis Grizzlies knocked it out of the park during the 2 days of the draft. One by making the trade to get my boy Stu from Detroit, but then them drafting Cameron Boozer, which was a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really feeling what they did. Sacramento actually made a good move with their number 7 pick by picking Darius from Arkansas. So that was a pretty swifty move. Another move that I thought was pretty predictive and I knew was going to happen, which was at 11, Golden State drafting my boy from Michigan, Yaxel Lindenborg, and then at number 12, my boy from Michigan going ADMA, the big man, because again, everybody needs a real big man now to go up against Wemby, and you'd be surprised when you see him. They're almost about the same height. What's crazy, I think when he was at when he did a interview after he got drafted, because they come up and they do a brief interview.
Mm-hmm.
I think the commentator said that his wingspan was 9'9".
So basically, we got somebody to swing on Wemby at this point.
We got a whole nother alien. We got a whole nother alien, and he played for OKC.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Which sucks because again, I seen this guy ball, which means if he pans out, then that means OKC could be in the running for another championship, which is crazy. Memphis making the trade with OKC to pick up the point guard from Iowa again. That's going to give Memphis some threat because again they are literally rebuilding. Yes. And I think the shocker is John Morant.
That's later on in the show.
Oh, okay. So you still want the rest of my shocker between the 2 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jaylen Brown not being traded during the draft.
Yep.
That's going to be my shocker. Because again, Boston is hot and heavy. They are adamantly trying to find a trade partner for this guy. They are actively hot, and they even said what they want, right? So if I have to guess, if anything that was a shocker in the draft would be Jaylen Brown not being traded during the draft. Let's see if he gets traded before the season, because if he gets traded mid-season during the season, that's going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather have him on my team beforehand. And again, Detroit, if you are listening, I know we made moves because we let go of Stu. Please do something and go get this guy. Let's go get Cade some help.
Well, they just picked up, what's this boy's name?
Oh, the rookie?
Yeah, they just picked up
the point guard.
From the point guard. The dude from OKC too.
From Stanford. Oh, Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, but
they drafted Ibuka, so
yeah, but Ibuka is definitely not proven yet. Again, I seen what he did in college, right?
Yeah, I watched him today when he was playing.
And he averaged like 23.5 points per game in his college career in Stanford, which is great, right? He and Bronny James, this joker. But again, he still ain't been to summer league yet. So again, the NBA is a totally different ball game.
Right.
So still not proven. I know what it would look like if we had Jalen Duren, Cade, and Twin, and in our backcourt, and it would be disastrous from anybody. Because again, you thought the Celtics were hard to beat with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Just put Cade and Tatum together and watch them go to work.
That'd be crazy.
The floor is going to be wide open.
But they both like a ball handle, so I mean,
no, we don't. No, they don't. That's easy to figure out, right? Cade originally, right? And if you watched him when in his college career, he was originally an off the ball person. Yeah, he had the ball in his hand sometimes when it needed it to, but he's originally an off ball person. And you see what happens when he has the ball in his hand all the time, especially in the fourth quarter. Turnover madness.
Yes, turnovers.
But you put
killers.
Put Jaylen Brown in that situation. You put the ball in Jalen's hand. You can't double team them both.
Right, that's true. I mean, Detroit is still making moves, you know.
The jury is still out, but the cap space is there.
Jalen, like I said, I was watching it. Jalen is trying to make his moves to the west. He want to play on the west side.
Man, you know, dog, you don't want to go over there.
You know, but you know, shout out to Jalen and shout out to everybody that with these moves, and we're gonna keep rolling with these discussions.
I got one more thing to say.
It's got a lot. We got a lot of things to discuss.
Here's my other shocker in the draft, and I got to bring this up. This is why I don't like this individual, and I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Am I 5 minutes in yet? Yes, I am 6 minutes in. Malika Andrews fucking sucks. So this bald headed scallywag ain't got no hair in the back, jailed up, weed up. Your head is fucked up. The simple fact that you gave none of the fathers that was literally sitting right next to their kid
with their children, no props.
And some of these kids, their daddies were NBA players, which means they might have not been
Cameron Boozer's daddy was.
They might have not have been in there in the early part of their life a lot because they were still playing ball. But I know for a fact, Cameron Boozer had his daddy there. Cameron Boozer's daddy was at a lot of games, and his daddy is Carlos Boozer.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy retired from the NBA to say, "I'm retiring so I can be here for my boys because my boys need me." I remember his retirement. And for Malika to sit up there and just say, "Oh, Cameron Boozer said that, oh, my mom took me to every AAU game." Okay, how old was he when he was playing AAU, and was his dad still playing basketball? Because I'm pretty sure his dad was still playing basketball. So what? He can't be in one state trying to make a living for his family, trying to provide, and then give him the tools. But then he gets crucified. He gets no love. Man, Malika, you ain't shit.
They've been dragging her up and down the YouTube streets all week since the draft.
I just had
how she was just, and I get it. Some of these boys, that's all they had was their mama, but not all of these boys had that type of life. Their daddies was there. Their daddies was sitting right there, dapping their asses up, and you didn't acknowledge none of that shit. But it's okay, Malika, because your time is coming too.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm
tired of her. I always been tired of Malika. I can't stand her.
Yeah, I can't stand her. I had to bring that up because again, shout out to Dreamers Pro Man for also dropping that, talking about that as well, because again, he also noticed it too, and I noticed it. I'm just like, this is just so weird. So again, it's just shady and dirty as crap, man. What's next? Because I can sit here and talk about this lady for a minute.
Well, it's finally official that Giannis has left the Milwaukee Bucks and is now a Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Miami traded away Jamie, Tyler for picks and other players.
Mm-hmm.
Does this make Miami a contender for the championship? I say no.
Okay, I'm going to let you go ahead.
I say no for the simple fact and reason that I don't think that he would kind of fit into their style of play.
Okay.
Maybe not. According to how he played this last season, maybe he was just playing like that to, save his body or whatever.
That's a fair assessment.
And I mean, I get it, Giannis, but I mean, well, goddamn. But apparently, him and Bam, they done did the Brickle the Brickell affair. You know, they done went out and they done went out boating and shit. You know, all the shit you do in Miami.
I seen he pulled up to a WNBA game.
Yeah, he pulled up. Well, his lady was Asia was playing, so they pulled. He went to the game. Brought Giannis brought his kids and his wife there. So he's trying to get acclimated and everything. From the roster, it don't look like it can work, but we'll see. At this point, they're gonna have to show me. At this point, I say no. At this point.
I think Miami made the playoffs last year, if I'm correct. And if they did,
that was because of Tyler Hero was pulling their ass out of a sling.
If they did, then this would be a setback to the Miami Heat franchise. And it's no shade to Pat Riley, because again, he's notorious for putting together great teams. But this is how that trade shook out, right? You had Miami Heat receiving Giannis, and they're getting Bobby Portis. Okay, so that's two big men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they're giving up Tyler Hero,
shooter,
Khalil Ware,
shooter,
Ami Vaquez, one big guy, and then another big guy, Kasparis Jakunis, right? Then they gave up the number 13th pick in the 2026 draft, which turned into Nate Ament. Then they get a first round pick in 2031 and 2033, pick swap in 2030, and a second round pick in 2033. Milwaukee got the better side of this trade, right? Because now, with adding Giannis, you're not going to start Bobby Portis, Giannis, Bobby Portis, and Bam at the same time, because one, they're all at the same height, and three, they can easily play all three the same position, right? Which is the power forward. So imagine the lineup is going to look like this, starting with Bam and Giannis.
And then
but who's your other three? Who's your other three? Because I physically don't see it here. And if that's the case, then all you did was cloud the paint. Now you got to find some low players that will play for league minimum, right? And does that get you to the playoffs? No.
Sometimes it do, and sometimes it don't. But
I understand, because there was the one time with Miami when they had the big three, right? When they had LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, right? The only person that they had on contract was damn, I just said his name earlier. That's crazy. Mario Chalmers. And they did something wonderful, but the league is different now. So I don't see this giving them I don't see this winning a championship. This might put them in the play in. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the book of Eli.
Oh my, yeah.
Let me get the book of Eli.
That's why I said I don't foresee a championship, and I think
that
people are trying to, the sports, Florida sports is trying to hype it up like this is a great move for Miami, but I mean, you sent your shooter away. I wish Detroit could have picked up.
I'm hoping they still can. Hopefully they still
Tyler.
Hopefully they still make a swing at Tyler, but we gonna see. The jury is still out. I'm hoping they still do, because again, they still got money to spend. But hopefully they spend it in the right way. Oh, what was I writing down in the book of Eli? Miami makes the play in.
Yeah, makes the play in. Anything else on this particular subject?
Nope, just putting it down in the book of Eli.
All right. So here we want to go and shout out Shams for this drop.
Okay.
LA Lakers signed AustinReaves to a max deal, 4 years, $185 million.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Homeland? I mean, LeBron and his son.
Did you just call him a Homelander?
It slipped. Shout out to Kwame Brown, because he sure called him Homelander, and
Oh my God. Okay. What does this mean for LaFleur? I mean, damn. See what you done started. You see what you done started. And now I can't even stop now. LeBrick. I mean, what does this mean for LeBron? Bye bye.
Yeah, the Lakers.
The Lakers are done.
Yeah, they're done.
They told you they were done when you opted into that team option last year. So they said, okay, watch me work. And the simple fact that at one point in time, Rich Paul, that there's no interest in him right now in free agency because he's
Rich
42.
Paul lied like
and
a
then you got
motherfucker.
Stephen A. Snitch out
They
there
all
cooning,
capping for this,
and
for
all of a
this
sudden
nigga.
saying that, oh, the LA Lakers need to respect Bron because of all he did. Wait, what did he do? He won a bubble championship, just one. He didn't win more rings than Kobe. He didn't win more rings than Shaq. He didn't win more rings than Magic and everybody else. So to say that, so for folks to feel, and I'm talking about to the LeBronites here, the people who pouring honey all over themselves.
That's what
right?
I call them.
I'm talking to y'all. Right? For y'all to think that the LA Lakers owe him something. What do we owe? I mean, they drafted his sorry ass son.
That's what I was just gonna say. Look, he cashed in his fucking silver ticket, gold ticket on that sorry ass son.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me go a little bit deeper. They also
Jenny Buss still kicking herself in the ass behind that one.
They also hired his podcast buddy as a head coach.
Yeah, so I mean, LA Lakers don't owe you shit. They pretty much told you last summer, like, hey, we're not entertaining another contract with your ass no more. And you thought shit was motherfucking sweet.
It ain't.
When you went in there, you took off 7 goddamn weeks.
Then went to Casanat.
And then, went to Casanat and shook your ass when your damn sciatica was supposed to be sciaticing at that time. You don't think people peep that shit? The fans peep that shit. Management peep that shit. Everybody peep that shit. But you know what, LeBron James? Nobody, and I mean no one, wants you.
Well, in the book of Eli here.
But he says he doesn't want to play for league minimum or Veterans League minimum.
I bet he will.
I bet you will this year. If you don't play for league minimum, then they're gonna end up doing what? Chris Paul in your ass.
Well, it's looking very like that. So far, because again, going back to the book of Eli, we said on 6/7/2026, Ms. Nikki said that LeBron would either land with Golden State or Cleveland. You still sticking with that?
Nobody wants him. They're not interested.
I'm asking. So are you changing it?
Even during the draft, nobody wants to pick up that.
Are you changing your entry
I am
in the
changing
book of
my
Eli?
stick because I had to wait through these damn drafts and all this free agency. Because technically his ass is a free. He's finna get Chris Paul because nobody wants that shit in their locker room.
Finna
get Chris Paul.
Get CP3.
CP3. If you watch sports, you know what happened to CP3.
I'm gonna keep mine the same. I'm still saying that he's either going to Cleveland or to the strippers.
This is going to be the NBA's payback on that bullshit he been doing for the last 3 to 4 years to the league. Being a big ass prima donna. And you know what? Adam Silver let his ass do it. But now, these owners, players, they don't want this nigga in their locker room. So we're going to see.
Let me ask you this. He'd lead the Lakers. Where his son is? Does his son still make it in the league?
And see, that's where I'm at. Cause I know Bronny is like, what I got to do with it?
You got everything to do with it.
You got everything to do with it. Just like with Giannis' brother.
3 years in the league and they did nothing.
As soon as Miami signed Giannis, you know what Milwaukee did? They waved that sorry ass brother head.
Because he trash and he never going to see another team.
Okay, so soon as this motherfucker stop with the Lakers.
You saying he's going to get waived?
Everybody going to have to go. It's going to be a fire sale of the James family over there.
Diabolical. Yo!
But I appreciate that the Lakers did say bump LeBron James and invested their time and money into AustinReaves because
I dig it.
one, that's what Luca wanted because they was on a goddamn roll.
Yeah, when it was the Beach Boys.
Until I keep bringing the date up, November 18th, 2025, when he came back and they went on that skid.
You did say that.
But they went on a skid, but they skidded into the playoffs.
Yes.
But still, they went on the skid of all skids when he came back.
And they were sitting in third or second place in the West.
And they fell to like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Right. They didn't make it. They was sitting right just above the threshold before they made the play. So yeah.
But I shout out to the Lakers and the Lakers management because I'd rather have production and I'd rather have those 30 points a game, defense, somewhat defense, rather than some old nigga standing around there in the paint with their hands up watching the ball go in the damn basket. No more of that shit at $53 million. I'm with the Lakers management. It's time for you to go, my boy.
Deuces. Hey, not Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Man, you Chris Paul and Chris Paul. Whoa.
Yeah.
Deadly.
So shout out to the Lakers. AustinReaves, 4 years, $185 million. We chalked that up. Yeah, max contract. We chalked it up to about what, $35-40 million a year per year for those 4 years. Hey,
would you say 185 out of 4 years?
Yeah.
That's 46.25. Yeah.
Run it, Austin. Run your shit up. Turn that Lakers team around because that's what they want. They want Luca. Luca wants people that's gonna play. Because again, Luca don't play no defense either. So my thing is this: he needs somebody to step in because LeBron James ain't gonna do it. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm good. You nailed all my pointers.
Okay. JB Bickerstaff goes off on Portland Trailblazer owner over how they are paying their first year coach. I'll let you take that.
So this is what JD said. To go out and chop at the knees of coaches is a slap in the face to our value, right? And one, JD Bickerstaff is the president of the Coaches Player Association, right? So this is what Portland basically did. They hired this new guy, brought him in. They gave him a below market salary, right? But laced his contract full of incentives that's based on basically winning.
That is straight up slavery. So you get paid per incentives. And I see why JB Bickerstaff went off. That's some BS.
Now, I understand that this isn't how it's supposed to happen, right? And I've never heard of a head coach with incentive-laced contracts. My understanding is there were several other head coaches that complained about this, but then apparently there is a similar contract that happened in the NHL with the Carolina Hurricanes in 2018. But this is not the normal for the NBA, right? But what's crazy is Tiago Splitter, again, actually made the team better once they actually got rid of Chauncey. I mean, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So to see one Portland did this one, I like a lot of teams. But wait, hold on. There's a quote here from the head coach from Portland. Let's see what this is. Micah Nori. I never look at money or years. I know that if I'm successful, the rest of these things will take care of themselves. Huh? Oh, I get it. You don't understand we ain't supposed to give the game away for free. You don't understand that by you kneecapping yourself, you were actually kneecapping other coaches too.
Right. And that's what JB pissed off about. Because if they feel they can get away with the shit with you, then they gonna try us with the bullshit.
I don't like this. One, because I mean, I get it. It's your first time, first year. You're a head coach. But geez, dude, you're below market base salary.
Shit, there's some damn college coaches making more money than his ass right now.
It's high school coaches making
It's
more money
high
than him.
school coaches making more money than. And as a coach, you accepting that shit? I guess I don't know. But I understand where JB Bickerstaff.
I mean, so basically, does this give Portland a way out? Yeah, because again, if he's not performing, then again, your contract is
your
going
contract
to pay.
is done.
Is it because is this the fear of paying a coach a certain amount of money and he doesn't pan out to be what you think, i.e., Detroit Pistons, what they did with Monty Williams and the $65 million that's owed to him? Okay, but again, who said you had to pay him this much? He's a first time coach. At least give him the base salary. I mean, crap.
You don't even make me want to draw a goddamn play up.
I mean, I'm basically just gonna sit here and let the other coaches do what they're gonna do. Because if I'm getting paid below base minimum, and I know my other coaches that I have to bring in, and some of them probably
they gonna get paid lower than me.
No, they may actually be getting paid more than me. Let's say he retained the whole staff that was there when Tiago Splitter was there.
Oh shit, they all getting paid more than him.
Exactly my point.
They're gonna lose man the shit out of him.
Exactly my point. And you think that they're going to pay? You think that the players didn't see this, so the players probably going to little bro him too. Think the players are going to play for him? Think players going to play as hard for him? This is set up either for Portland as a franchise or set up for the team, the players and the coach to fail.
To skid and slide to the bottom.
I mean, if this is your way to try to tank, this is a very unique way of doing it. Because again, we know you can't blatantly tank anymore because there are now really tanking rules in the NBA. But this, man, you make money selling your butt on the street.
And me and the Portland Trailblazers head coach.
Man, go shake a tail feather, bro. Man, Miss Nikki, what's next?
I guess this falls into the NBA, but former University of Michigan men's basketball coach Dusty May, after winning a title his second year, he leaves and becomes the new head coach for the Dallas Mavericks.
I hate it. Now, I know you're gonna say I'm being biased here, but again, this is my shit, and I told y'all I'm gonna be biased, right? Do I wish Dusty May would have stayed at Michigan? Yes, because I'm tired of us, having to find coaches at the coaches, right? We win a championship, we lose a coach. We win a championship, we lose a coach, right? That's what I appreciate about Coach K. He won championships. He stayed at Duke. Coach John Thompson, he won national championships. He lost national championships. He stayed at Georgetown until he either retired or they fired him. Coaches, but they want players to be loyal.
Well, that man said he had to go where they was breaking that bread at.
I get it, but the University of Michigan would have broke him off, right? Especially if he was going to be loyal to us, right? Again, and a lot of those players stayed because of Dusty. Now I'm hoping that they actually stay, and I'm hoping that this new coach that was brought in continues what was left. Because what would totally suck is we just went from a national title team to a bottom of the barrel team.
Yep, you just won the national championship, and then the next year you're at least trying to be in the top 5 to come back. But then you don't even know if your players are going to stay because, I told you the children been tearing that damn portal up.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's always a question. So
tearing that portal to smithereens.
That's why I said I hate it. I mean, I'm happy for him, right? I'm happy that, he landed in Dallas. He elevated, but I'm not happy because, again, what does this do for my Wolverines?
Well, it gives them a up in the air season. We don't know who's staying, who's going, how the coach is gonna go. You just gotta wait it out. We gotta see next year.
I guess so. Well, before we get to this next topic, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Oh, guess what? We got merch. How y'all like the shirt? Right? Look just like me. right? So we'll put the link in the description and drop that down below for the person who makes all our merchandise. You guys can get your custom order t-shirts and get them made to look just like you. As you can see, my shirt just looks like my studio. Right? So we'll make sure we drop that out. But again, shout out to our creator who makes all our shirts for us. Shout out to Shakina for making these awesome shirts. Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right, so we're gonna delve into what the fuck news.
Oh, my favorite topic.
And what the fuck news? We got Ja Morant hasn't still been traded. Our team's looking at him sideways because of his off-court issues.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is damn near 22, 20, 23 and a half points per game. Right? And to see that this dude is not haven't been traded, because Memphis has made it known that if he wasn't traded last season, he's definitely going to be traded this season, and it's going to happen before the season. The question is, what team is going to take a run at him? And every team has been very quiet. Sacramento said no.
Yeah, even Sacramento said hell no.
And Sacramento is generally where most players go to kind of just bleh, right? That used to be Portland and Cleveland, but now it's Sacramento. Maybe no, because Charlotte just re-signed Cody White and gave him a fat contract, so going to Charlotte is out. Maybe New Orleans, if New Orleans moves on from Troy Murphy, so that way you will have the two AAU buddies that used to run together, which was Ja Morant and Zion Williams.
You could put on all these scenarios all you want to. All these other teams have watched Ja Morant for the last 7 years. His ass been in the league, and what the hell he has taken the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm talking about as an organization and a team, through with his off-court antics. He can't play here nowhere in the state of Florida. You can't go to Orlando. You definitely can't play for the Heat because you'll be out there with the Zoes and the 8Ks and the Dracos. You'll be back on the IG again because you have no self-control. Ja Morant, as great as a player as he can be, his off-court antics has totally ruined his NBA career. Another one that nobody wants. Another one, no offer.
And then Superstar was just budding in the NBA. This dude was just amazing. Yes. Right? He was the next coming of AI, if you ask me.
Right. And I mean, everything else that you did off the court was bigger than what you did on the court. And I mean, them owners and fans as well, they paying their hard-earned money to come see your ass play. They can't even see you play because you suspended on some stupid shit you done did.
Yeah.
So, again,
out there playing with the pew-pews.
Ja Morant, you could have took the last 3 years to show the league that, look, I'm grown now. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm mature. I can handle shit.
Well, problem with that is over the past 3 seasons, he
only played 20 games, 30 games.
No, injury and performance says Morant has missed 79 of 246 games over the past 3 seasons. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. So again, you think he's okay? 19 and a half points.
I know some were due to injuries because I watched them do those, but all the other bullshit, the suspensions and bullshit.
So the other thing about Ja is there's a couple things. One, it looks like the Miami Heat still may be a team. I just mentioned Charlotte, and of course, I just piped this up, and of course, it shows hypothetically.
Pat Riley gonna have to put security on his ass 24/7. Keep him out. What's the strip club?
It ain't there no more. Talking about KODs, it ain't there no more.
They close KODs.
KODs is closed down.
Okay,
right. It says hypothetically, Charlotte Hornets will get Ja Morant, and then Memphis will get Grant Williams, Miles Bridges, and a 2029 first rounder. And so that will kind of backfill for Melo Ball being gone. But But then Memphis also holds a $29 million trade exception, right, which is one of the largest in NBA history, which could help move Ja Morant. But the question is,
no one wants him. Nobody wants that attitude and all of that in their locker room. Especially, when you got young niggas. Young niggas follow other young niggas. And then y'all gonna get in there talking that shit. And then, you had the same shit going on in Memphis, wherever the hell he goes. Because again, he won't grow up. You still in that damn mentality, and you ain't never been no street dude.
never.
So
We know
why
you
the
grew up
hell
in a
is you
cul-de-sac.
trying to? What, you a whole cul-de-sac? You a whole cul-de-sac nigga? Come on now, you ain't never been no street dude. So,
all right. So before we get off this topic, we got to put it in the book of Eli. Where do you think Ja Morant is going to land?
In CP3 land.
Damn, you CP3 and him too?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
It'll be a last-ditch effort, and you know what? He'll take a huge pay cut, but it'll be a bunch of stipulations if he ever does get traded and they take him, because they're gonna have his ass on 20. He is gonna be on a tether. You know how you be on a home confinement.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they're gonna have to do him, because
all right,
he's not mature enough.
I got potential 4 teams, which is crazy. I know. Even though there's nobody's pushing, but I think there's secretly 4 teams working behind the scenes. Right?
And it could truly be.
All right, so here we go. First team I'm going to say, as just mentioned, Charlotte.
Yeah, I can see that. They need that because LaMelo gone.
Right? Second team is the Rockets.
That's
right?
true.
Fred VanVleet going down really changed their whole demeanor. We know Houston got a whole culture like that too, but I really feel like
hey, he go look, and they an open carry state,
and they outside
with it.
Houston is secretly one. The other team, because again, there's cap space. My own Pistons.
Again,
I understand. I know what you're going to say. I know the culture is there, right? But we got enough to tame him down. But again, I'm looking at this as a realistic fan point here. So that's what I see. And then the third team that I would say that could use what he puts up. Damn, this is gonna suck. I can't. I can see the Celtics.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Trading Jaylen Brown for Ja Morant. Now, even Memphis is going to have to give up a lot to make it happen. But those might be the 4 teams I secretly see working behind the scenes.
Jaylen Brown would be good for Memphis. I'm talking about for the city.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so that's why
he gets back.
So that's why I say that. So is Nikki saying he getting CP3? I say Hornets, Houston, Pistons, Celtics.
Yeah, he getting CP3.
That's where I landed. Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right, so our final what the fuck news. Jamal Charlo is arrested. Oh, hold on. Let's stay in what the fuck news. Did you know that both Charlo brothers have been talked in over a year? What do you think is the cause of this? I can tell you. Pot of donuts. One decided to kick it. And one didn't.
I didn't know they haven't spoken in a year, but that's interesting because you know.
Shout out to Fight Hype. I was watching it 2 days ago, and they had Jamal talking about him training and getting himself together.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when they asked him about his brother, he said he hadn't spoke to him in a year. They on different paths right now.
But There was a time when if you seen one, you seen the other.
But one is, he said he's been clean and sober for a year and a half. The other one just got locked up in Houston.
You say clean and sober. Wait, hold on. Clean and
Yeah.
sober from like alcohol
and drugs. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they was both out there for a minute.
Wow.
That's how come that boy what's the boxer name when the one twin got slapped in the
That was them.
Yeah. I'm talking about what's the dude name that slapped him?
Oh.
They was hiding.
Oh yeah.
Cause if somebody gonna just come up and slap me, you was hiding. What's his name? I can't think of the fighter name. Start with a C. White dude.
Caleb Plant.
Yeah, that's him.
Caleb Plant.
That's him. But yeah, they haven't talked in a year. Jamal got his shit together. He looks really good. He been training. He got a fight coming up. Jamel got a fight coming up too, but now he got to fight these folks. He got to fight 5-0 because they locked him up.
Yikes.
Because he was swinging on people in the strip club.
What's up with these dudes swinging on people in the strip club? What is up with boxers swinging on people in the strip club? I don't understand.
In Houston.
They ain't learned from Tank. Tank ain't showed them stop hitting on chicks in the strip club. They always recording. Man, all right. Well, shout out to the brother that got himself straight, and let's see how his fight goes.
Yeah, staying with what the fuck news. We just talked about it. Jamal Charlo arrested allegedly a day after announcing his fight comeback. But when you look at for those that know, when you look at his booking picture, his face is swollen. You know what that's from? Drugs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he got arrested for fighting in the strip club. So, shout out to these Charlo twins. I'm glad one has gotten themselves back on the because I was worried about them because they was falling off. It seemed like when Errol got beat by Bud, it's like the whole camp had just went down. Errol, the twins, but shout out to them. I think Errol and Jamal have been working out because Errol Spence is coming back. He got a fight as well. He didn't get on the show, but he has a fight that's coming on coming within the next couple of months as well too. So shout out to them two brothers. They getting their stuff together and kicking bad habits and getting their things together. Jamel, I just want you to just get up off, just stop, just come off the slopes, bro. Just come off the slopes.
I mean, when they both was in the ring and when they first started, them boys
was fire.
Deadly.
Yeah, they was fire.
And then again, if you caught one, if you some happened to beat one, you had to fight the other.
Yeah, you got to fight the other one.
And it didn't go too slick for too many people if you end up having to fight the other. Right? But I hope these brothers come out and come back to a point where, again, whatever that was, causing them strife and issues, I'm really hoping they get themselves together because, again, they actually brought something good to the sport of boxing. I really enjoy rooting for these brothers. So
me too.
I'm not going to bash them in any type of way. Even though I started to and I really thought about it, I'm going to let my man slide on this one.
He just needs to get his stuff together. The other twin.
I'm looking at this photo, and you right, he is looking mighty puffy.
Yeah, he's puffy.
Mighty
yeah,
puffy.
That's why I said if you know, you know.
Right. But again, I just seen with the I don't know if that's his girlfriend or
his wife, because both of them are married. Them twins is married. They got kids.
Okay. Well, my brother, best wishes to you. I hope you get right, man. I hope
Jamal,
you're making the time to get your fight together.
Boy.
Let's get this right, man. I don't want y'all going out here like another boxer that we know.
All right. So in the NFL, The Cleveland Browns have finally announced who will start at QB1, and you guessed it, J2DaR. You was right.
I mean, the book of Eli never lies. I told y'all when money is on the line and you paid a guy a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put Deshaun ass out there.
I mean, the fans of Cleveland have already said, like, even though they want Shador and everybody knows this, but the owners, the GM was like, I got
just
a plan.
Can't have all of this sitting over here. And I mean, I get it.
And I'm not having him sit here to be no backup either. He'll be a backup if he screws up.
If he mess up, yeah.
Yeah, but then I can justify that. But now that he's healthy, ain't a bunch of hoes coming out of nowhere talking about him.
This nigga trying to touch on me.
Exactly. Right? We ain't got to worry about that no more, right? So now he gets 6 games. Now, I'm going to say it again because I said it on the previous show and it's in the book of Eli, right? If Deshaun Watson if he goes 5-1, 3-3, well, let's say this. If he goes 3-3, they'll give him 2 more games to see what happens. If he goes 5-1, he gets 3 more games. If he goes 4-2, they'll probably give him 2 more games. But if he goes 2-4, 1-5,
oh, they pulling him and
immediate come sit your ass right here.
Right.
That's
I
it.
told you I gave him 6 games.
Again,
I gave him 6
they're going to give him an extension if he pans out because, again, the justification of the paycheck of what they're giving him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the crazy part about that. But we was here. I can't wait to see what Cleveland does. Does this stunt Shador's growth? I hope not. Right? But he is still getting first team reps. So that's the good thing about the new head coach. The previous head coach was a complete idiot. Right? And I'm pretty sure what was the other dude that they drafted? Oh, trash. Dylan Gilbrio is getting every bit of 13 reps. Right? So it is known that this is how this is going to happen. So shout out to Shador. Shout out again. I'm not even a Cleveland fan, but I already know it's going to happen. And yes, I do want them to go 0-16, but that just means Deshaun Watson doesn't get any more starts. Should I be praying on his downfall like that?
No, I don't. That's why I said I'm just gonna give him. He gonna do. I give him 6 within 6 games. It'll be the tail of the tape for Deshaun.
Let me ask this: can they go 5-1 with no Myles Garrett? You gotta remember he ain't there.
Yeah, that's right. Because Myles is out on the West Coast now. He West Coast tripping.
So Deshaun getting set up to give. Now you see how I'm looking at this?
Yeah, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yeah, it is.
So,
yes, it is.
Best of luck, fellas.
Best of luck to Cleveland.
Last topic we're going to discuss this evening. It's a topic of Detroit Lions cornerback TerrionArnold has been charged with 8 counts with something being kidnapped and armed robbery. You want to go first or you want me to go first? Terrion, you's a dumb ass motherfucker. Let me tell you something. You was in the right. You should have just let Tampa PD. First of all, this is a case that happened here within the Bay Area.
Back in April.
Now that we done read the paperwork and found out that the 2 girls that set the dudes up to get Terrion's shit back was the ones that flipped on him. Okay? All Terrion had to do was send the Tampa. You could have sent the biggest gang in the city to go at them boys if you knew who the hell stole your shit. And it turns out they didn't steal his shit, so they robbed and kidnapped them, lured them, beat them, put guns to their temple. And hey, I'm gonna tell you this, Terrion. After that Julio Fulio trial, let me tell you something. you can't do shit around here in Tampa no more for cameras. They got videotape, all of that stuff from where y'all. I can't believe. First of all, y'all got to be the dumbest criminals. I don't understand why y'all videotaping y'all crimes. I'm not understanding it. Maybe it's the age difference. Maybe because criminals when I was growing up, they didn't record the shit. They didn't even speak on this shit. But Arnold, your NFL career is gone.
You think it's gone? You think
it's gone? Yeah. When Hillsborough County set that bitch at no bond, you're done. You are done. The girls got you on tape. They screen recorded and recorded your ass, telling them what they needed to do to get them boys over there so you can get your shit back. And then they called you over there, Terrion. That's where you fucked up at. You went over there to press them niggas about your shit. And you didn't think they was gonna tell the authorities that the nigga that played for Detroit stuck a gun in my face about some shit that was stolen at his house? $250K. You know what? That's why you have insurance, Terrion.
Yeah, it is.
That's why you have insurance. But you know what? AwwDacity Sports, we're going to try to be there when they go.
I'm trying to get in court when it happens,
when
y'all.
It happens there. So we may be doing commentary. Finally, you may see me. I'll be there to give the commentary. So, we're going to see what happens and what Hillsborough County is going to do with Terrion, if they're going to carry on with this. Or is he just going to plead guilty and go sit down and do what he got to do? It's on you.
So he's going to be remained in jail. No bond. And he's facing multiple felony charges. 3 to 4 counts of kidnapping, 3 to 4 counts of armed robbery, and
stupid.
If you ask me, this basically, I want to say he gets out of this.
Didn't OJ Simpson teach you anything, Terrion?
There we go. But I'm going to say this. I don't think he gets out of this, and here's why. The co-defendants in this case, just like you said, have already started telling.
Yeah, they already, them girls flipped
the 2 women on there had told, and they shared the text message that he started the group chat.
Yeah, he started the group chat.
To say set this dude up.
On getting them back.
To set this dude up, which means
stupid.
If you knew who this dude was, then you already reported this to the police. Then why not let the police handle this? First and foremost, y'all didn't watch the Julio Fulio trial. Y'all need to understand, Tampa PD don't miss.
Yes, they don't miss.
They like the greatest of first 48. They up there with what's
Tulsa. You can't do nothing in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Don't pass gas in Tulsa, Oklahoma the wrong way, right? And again, so let's read this article real quick. So this was posted on June 24, 2026. And this is directly from the state's attorney's office, right? So it says the state attorney's office will file criminal charges against Detroit Lions player TerrionArnold following his arrest in connection with a February robbery and kidnapping in Tampa. Arnold is facing multiple felony charges which carry a potential sentence of up to life in prison. You ask me why I say his NFL career is over?
It's done.
Because of that line alone, up to life in prison. Remember what happened with Michael Vick? He barely got lucky because he had a sympathetic coach and he allowed him to come back, which again, it wasn't the Falcons, it was Andy Reid. Right? So again, we're not talking about 2 to 5 years. We're talking about my man could be facing some serious time. Let me continue reading this article. And it also goes in and says Arnold's co-defendants, Hilton, Hudson, Freddie Lee, and Charleston Williams are currently being held behind bars without bond also in connection to the case. Two other co-defendants, Ariana DeVille and Jasmine Rizito, pled guilty to their roles in the crime during a court hearing on June 24th. Rizito was sentenced to 4 years in the Florida State Prison, followed by 6 years of probation. DeVille entered an open plea with the court, and sentencing will be set off to a later date. As a plea agreement, they are required to testify, which means they're gonna testify against you. And you know that what this is about? $200,000 in jury.
That's what I said. That's what you got insurance for. That's what you got insurance for. You should have let Tampa PD handle that. You could have had your $250 check in 90 days. Now, nigga, you gotta go sit down. You know what?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay the dollar to get the court report. I'm gonna go ahead and pay the dollar, so that way we'll have it on the next show. But Miss Nikki is right. We are going to try to get down there. Now, AwwDacity Sports is going to bring you what's going on with our Detroit Lions. Because right, we down here. It's what we do. So we're going to continue to keep you guys posted. So it sucks that we got to end our show on such a bad note. But again, I got to bring you guys the news about our players.
Yeah, good, bad, or ugly.
This is our team. So now we got to really depend on a third-year quarterback named Ennis Rakestraw, who's been injured his whole career with us. So does this set us back a little bit when it comes down to our championship aspirations? Yes. Will I be able to pop open my special, tequila that's sitting on the top of my
It's up in the air.
Nope, still ain't. I don't look like I'm going to be able to do it again. So it look like it's going to stay up there for another year. Right? But anyway, this is our show. This is the end of AwwDacity Sports. This is your boy J2DaR signing out. We here with Miss NikkiC.
All right, y'all.
And we catch you guys at the next episode.
Peace.